Hello guys, welcome back to UK Firearms and Air Guns. And if you have already seen my Cz452 video at 50 meters accuracy, then you would know that I also was doing a video with my Cz452. Same thing as the Cz that I was doing. It's 50 meters using CCI standard velocity rounds, doing 5-round groups, and just see how accurate the rifle is with CCI standard velocity rounds. So the setup I was using is my Cz452. This is the varmint version, so it does have the rather thick barrel on it. Using the Hawk 4-16 with adjustable parallax scope. This is a really nice scope for the money that it costs. And sorry, this rifle's a bit long. And using my SAC suppressor. These suppressors are really good as well. I've already done a video a few years back on this if you want to go and have a look at it. They are really good suppressors for the price that you pay for them. Now unfortunately guys, I can't produce a video at my gun club with me actually seeing the round hitting the target, because my club would not like me putting a mobile phone at the end of the range while I'm shooting. I don't blame them, it's all about safety. Can't do what I do with my air rifles where I put one of my other phones next to the target so you can actually see the pellets hitting the target, because when you're using firearms and stuff like that, it's probably not that safe, and I don't think my club would like it. So I don't want to upset them, so that's why unfortunately if you carry on watching this video, you'll see me just shooting my Cz452, and then once you watch that, if you want to watch that, then I'll produce the targets and measure the groups up for you like I did with my Cz452 video, okay? Unfortunately, guys, my phone, even though it's a £1,000 phone, it's a Ultra S21 Note thingy or something, I don't know. Even at 50 meters, if I zoom in, you still can't see the rounds actually hitting the target. And I'm not really willing to invest any more money in any camera equipment at the moment. Maybe if I get more subscribers, then I will look at maybe investing in some better camera equipment so I can do that type of stuff. But let's wait and see if I get some more subscribers or not. So hopefully guys, you like the rest of the video. I'll see you in a minute. So I'm just shooting the Cz452 at 50 meters, and I'm using the CCI standard velocity ammunition. Unfortunately, the weather wasn't too great when I was shooting, so I do believe that affected my groups slightly, to be honest. However, I do really enjoy shooting this rifle, and I really like the bolt on it. It's just a good solid bolt action rifle. For the guys that maybe don't know, you're just getting into shooting, so the round I'm using in this video is the CCI standard velocity. It's a 40 grain bullet, and it produces around about 1070 foot per second. It's a really good round for general target shooting and practice. It's very reliable, it's fairly accurate, and it's not too much money either. Only in the UK it's around about £4.50 for about 50 rounds. It's kind of like your mid-tier round, so it's a pretty decent bullet. It's not up there with your SK Match and your Ely stuff, but it's definitely leaps and bounds beyond the Remington Golden bullets and the Winchester White Box crap. So I really do recommend these rounds. They are quite good, they're fairly accurate, they're very reliable, they're just a decent bullet. CCI rounds in general are good rounds. You won't go wrong with buying things like, say, the CCI standard velocity or the mini mags. Right guys, so welcome back if you've just been watching me shooting. So I've got some cards here of the actual groups that I produced with the Cz452 at 50 meters using CCI standard velocity rounds. Now this rifle does group a little bit better with SK Match. That does seem to be its preferred round, but I'm quite pleasantly happy with the groupings of this rifle. Now I would like to state before we do this video that we've been having some really bad weather in the UK at the moment. We had a really bad storm yesterday, and probably when you was actually watching my video, you could probably hear that the rain was coming down and it was quite windy and stuff, so please bear that in mind. So I do believe this rifle is capable of doing a little bit more tighter groups. However, with weather conditions, you know, I do think that maybe affected the groups a little bit. So here's one of the groups that I've got. So this group is 1 centimetre, maybe just a little bit over 1 centimetre, but it's roughly about, let's say 1 centimetre, so it's about 10 mils for that group. This group has opened up a little bit, but it's still a 2 centimetre group, maybe just a little bit over, about 2 centimetres. It's between about 20 to 22 mil group. So the next group I've got here, really nice tight group. So that's a 1 centimetre group, 10 mil group. Unfortunately, this group is not too great, to be honest with you, but I do remember shooting this group, and it was actually me that done this, because I remember getting this nice little 3-round group and then pulling those 2 shots, which was quite annoying. But for fairness, I will measure it. So as you can see there, it's roughly about just a little bit bigger than 2 centimetres. It's around about 2 centimetres. If you discount that shot up there, you're looking at about 2 centimetres that way. And if you discount that shot, because I did pull those 2 shots for a 3-round group there, you're looking at 1 centimetre, 10 mils. Got the other groups here. This is a terrible group. It's about 30 mil, 3 centimetres. Got a nice group here. I am going to discount that shot because I know for a fact I pulled that. And I've got a nice group here because I remember pulling that because I got really annoyed because I was getting such a good group, and then on the last 5th round shot I pulled it. So we're looking at about 1 centimetre to 1.5 centimetres, so about a 10 to 15 millimetre group. Yeah, I mean, we've got a nice 4-round group here. Unfortunately, there's a round that flinged up there. So the main group is 1 centimetre, 10 mils. The one with the flyer, or really the shot that I pulled, is about 1.5 centimetres. Can you see that? Hang on. So it's about 1.5 centimetres for the whole group. That group there, if you discount that shot here, it's about 1 centimetre. And the actual main group itself, the 3-round group, is about 0.5 centimetre, so about 5 mils. We've got the group here, 4-round group. Just a little bit bigger than, well, it's about 1.5 centimetres really. For that, 15 mil. If you include that shot up there, you're looking at about 30 mil. So I don't want to come across like I'm really trying to defend this rifle. I know this rifle's more capable of better groups than this, and the weather today was really bad. And as you can notice, I'm getting like really good groups here. They're pretty decent, and then I'm getting like a flyer. So I do honestly believe a lot of this was actually me, because I shot the Chris first and then started firing the CZ, and by that point I was getting a little bit tired, I was a little bit wet, you know, so I wasn't enjoying it too much. So I've got last group here. Which is 1 centimetre. As you can see that, 10 mils. Did the same what I've done with the Chris. I was just like, this was my first couple of shots and stuff for that, and I was just like sighting it in, just making sure it was on target. So I've got some split groups here and stuff, which is roughly about a 20-round group here. So let's just, for the sake of it, let's discount that shot because the main group's here, isn't it? Right, so we'll discount that one to be fair. So for a 20 round group at 50 metres, we're looking at about 30 mil there, about 30 mil there. So for a 20 round group, looking at about 30 mils. As you can see here, that's a centimetre group, that's a 10 mil group. So the rifle is capable of doing 10 mil groups at 50 metres, which I think is bloody good. I honestly do believe, because bearing in mind I've had this rifle now, I'll bring it back. Hello, my ugly face again. Right, so I've had this rifle now for about 7 years, I think. So I fired this rifle quite a lot, so I know what this rifle is capable of. And I know at 50 metres, 10 mil groups, this rifle is capable of doing that all day long. However, I usually, like I said before, SK match. I have used CCI before. I tend to like the mini mags, but I don't shoot them down at that club. I shoot them at another club when I went shooting down there. However, I know this rifle is capable of doing 10 mil groups all day long at 50 metres. And I'm not trying to make excuses. The weather was really, really bad today. In England, the weather's been quite bad. We've had quite a bad storm. So the weather's not been great, which obviously does affect accuracy of the rifle. But as you can see there, I did get quite a few groups of about a centimetre or 10 mils. So the rifle is more than capable of doing that. A lot of it, I do honestly believe, is me. I was getting a bit tired. I was getting a bit wet, and you know, I was getting a little bit, you know, worn out. So I honestly believe that the weather was a little bit better, and I put a little bit more effort into it than most of them would have been 10 centimetre group, 10 centimetres, 1 centimetre groups, or 10 mils at 50 metres. But as you, like I said there, you can see that the rifle is capable of doing 10 mil groups at 50 metres with the CCI standard velocity. I'll just have to play my part a bit more. And a lot of those targets, as you can see there, they were like just one round off. So that tends to be the shooter, not the actual rifle, if you're doing that, because it means you're probably pulling the shot. So I hope, if anyone's looking for the accuracy of this rifle, how accurate a Cz452 is at 50 metres, that this video has helped you. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Goodbye. Have a good day.